Okay? Well, we're going to talk about incense next time. Because incense, your prayer is like incense to God. It fills the throne. It fills the throne. How can he turn away from you? How can he not but answer? You see? So, what we're sharing is we're sharing some of the mysteries and some of the secrets of the kingdom that God is revealing right now. All right, I don't want to leave this though until, if you have a question, I don't do this very often. If you have a question, now's the time to do that. We ran a little fast, but you seem to be pretty good tonight. If you have a question, this is the time to ask it. Questions? Huh? You two are good? You're good?
I don't know my question.
You don't know your question?
I don't know what my question is. It's concerning what you were talking about the person that made you uncomfortable and a person that's out of your life for that reason or some reason, even though I'm choosing, but I'm not sure I have a direction.
All right, well, let's put this one. What did God tell you to do with your enemies? Love them. Feed them.
Okay, and love covers a multitude of sins.
Right.
Okay.
Persecution, pray for those that willfully and spitefully use you. Bless them. All right? And use you.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Pray. There
All right.
you go.
All right. Let what you're saying. This is what you're saying to me. All right. You can say. You're saying to me. Why would anyone with intelligence want to revisit something that's caused them that much pain and that much hurt when nothing good may come out of it? Is that what you're asking me? That's pretty close. That's pretty close to where we are. And the answer is this. Because in the past, you've never had anointing to touch it with. In touching, you are touched. Jesus stopped the crowd and said, Who touched me? Who touched me? He touched me. Oh, he touched me and all. What joy that floods my soul. Something happened and now I know he's touched me and made me whole. Right? The answer is because you never had an anointing. You never knew how to make it. So therefore, you could never break the yoke of bondage. No matter what you did was never good enough. No matter how you dressed. No matter how you wore your hair. No matter what you wore. How about this one? No matter how you cleaned your house. Huh? Right? Isn't that where we're at? It was never good enough. Right? Never good enough. Drove you crazy. Yeah. It's tough when you love so deep and you get so little. Yeah, it really hurts. Yeah. So, but now you have anointing to do what? To touch it. So, when it wants to touch you, touch it. Don't be afraid of it. I didn't say pursue it. All right? What I'm saying is when you have this anointing, God will give you opportunity. God will open the door. When God opens the door, will you know what to do with it? Yeah, you'll touch it. But how are you going to touch it? With anointing. Because anointing breaks the yoke of bondage. That's why it's dangerous to sit under teaching like this. I expect you to use what you've been taught. So does God. This is really beating you on the head.
Now, when I'm not sure, I can call you 4 or 5 times a day and find out, right?
Absolutely. I don't have to answer the phone. Yeah, absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? You can't give something you don't have.
Right.
Most people don't want to touch something that they've never had victory over.
Right.
Huh? But I seem to remember that who's the author of victory? And how do you defeat the enemy? By the blood of the Lamb and of your testimony. You need an experience, you need a testimony. It's a test. The test to which you're going to apply the comprehension that you now have of the height, the depth, and the width, and the breadth of the love of God, so that your inner man can be strengthened and so that you can break the yoke of bondage off. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's how about habits? Huh? How about them habits you wake up every day, or you have a flashback in your camera, you look at something, or you touch something, or you see something right away, you remember and experience, and oh man. You know, I had quit smoking for 17 years, and one morning I woke up and it was on me so bad. I said, oh, I could smell it, you know, it was in the air. I wanted to go down to I actually did. I drove downtown where nobody knew me. You know, parked outside the drugstore because I knew that they sold the little cigars I used to smoke, right? And I was half on the sidewalk and I heard the Spirit of God go, Jack, what are you doing? Jack, did you ask me? Jack, let me help you with this. We'll get past this. Come on, let you and I take a walk. Come on, let's scrape into the roof. Jack, I promised I'd see you do. I turned around and got back in the car because all of a sudden I felt dirty. I hadn't even touched the thing. I hadn't even walked in and touched the wrapper. You know what I'm saying?